Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. So, if you're watching today's video, it was literally recorded today. I've been on a time crunch with my new job and just life, so I haven't been able to get a bunch of videos recorded. So, I'm doing this on the fly and I'm going to continue trucking through it. So, before I dive into what we're going to try today, I did want to get like a couple updates of what is to be experienced together in the future. And two of them are right here. Actually, you know what? Before I jump to those, I'm gonna give a little update on Atlas. So after my first experience with trying it and not really having a good experience, um, I was like, if you saw my past video, you would see that I've experienced like a dark roast slash burnt, like over roasted coffee, and they let their customer service team know about it, and they were able to supply me with something with a newer bag that was of um, that was for May, so whatever May's coffee was. So that's shipped and on its way to me now, so we'll be reviewing that together. And then the other ones that I'm excited about are these. I do want to get them like set up, but if you're familiar with Diego Bermudez, who's like this big like coffee. He owns like a coffee farm, but he's also like a coffee scientist or something. He this this coffee company in Dallas uses their beans to make these batches. So I have two of them here. This one is Hachi Puma. So obviously Colombian because that's where Diego Bermudez's coffee company is. Natural process. It's a geisha, and lemon, floral, grape, and banana are the tasting notes. So that sounds awesome. Then we have this one here, Hachi Piranha, natural process as well. This is a Chirozo coffee bean, so new to me. I've never heard of that before. But look at those tasting notes. Those are crazy. Apple cider, floral, mandarin. When I smelled them when I first got them, the scent was crazy. So excited for that. It also comes with this little note card here. So pretty much these were roasted both on May 11th. Uh, and this one, well, no, May 7th for the Hachi and May 11th for, I'm sorry, so May 7th for the Piranha and, or Piranha, and then the 11th for the Puma. So really excited to try those. We have to wait at least 3 to 4 weeks after roast for filter, 2 weeks for espresso, and it's peak time or peak life where the tasting notes will shine through will be 5 to 6 weeks after roast. So the goal is to finish those bags before the 7 to 8 week mark where they start to go stale and try them while they're fresh. So I'll probably wait until maybe the first week of June. We'll give it a try. First, second week of June, we'll try those together. But yeah, so today's video, we're trying this here. I don't know if anyone ever heard of them, Olympia Coffee, but this is their sweetheart roast. It's Ethiopian Abore, natural processed flavors. No, the tasting notes of berries, chocolate, and cream. So it's a medium roast. It was store bought, so it kind of goes along with my store bought coffee experience. So we got this for during Easter, and I held on to it because I wanted to do a video. But this is the roast date, 10/22. It's older. Crazy enough, actually don't even need a high pressure basket. So that really had my brain cranking because I'm like, how is that possible? But we're gonna do the Olympia coffee in the Chemex and the espresso as an espresso in my Breville. And because I have work in less than an hour, we're gonna get cranking. So let's do this. All right, so I have the kettle filled up with water. So we're gonna start with the Chemex prep first. And we're gonna do 16 ounces. And if I remember correctly, I think Tyler in my last video suggested doing a 1:16 or 16:1 ratio for the Chemex. I think he said to let it was between 30 and 50 grams, or 50 to 60 grams of coffee. Let that bloom first for about 30 seconds. Yeah, I think 50 to 60. And then 2 100 gram pours after that. And that should roughly give you that 16:1 ratio. So we're just gonna do that. We're gonna do 50 gram pour, let it bloom, 100, 100. So I just hope I have enough. Let me see, actually, I don't even know. I should have enough. Yeah, we're good, right? Wow, we have just enough with 4 grams to spare. All right, so let's get 16 measured up. All right, 15.9. And what we'll do is, I've been finding success for pour overs on the Baratza, I would say around between the 19 and 21 mark. Because these are a little older, I'm gonna leave it at 19. I'm using the bellows to get some of these older grinds out that are stuck in there. Give me a sec. There we go. Let's see if you have 15.9, 16.7. Well, you got another 0.8 added to the concoction. And sadly, it's gonna be this, unfortunately. So we have some dark roast in here, which kind of sucks, but that's what happens when you work with dark roasts. They're stickier because the oil is cooked out of the bean during the roasting process, and it coats the outside of the coffee bean itself, and it's sticky. So when you grind it in your grinder, it's gonna naturally stick more, and you're gonna need to get some scrubbing in there. As you could tell, I didn't scrub anything. I did not scrub a thing. So that's gonna be skewed. That sucks. All right. So this is what I do for the filter. Just a quick little origami configuration. All right. We have that done. Let's get 19 grams poured out. The one thing I've been slacking on is my little dial-in Google sheet I made. I gotta get all of the new information I recorded in there and pick back up on it again. I have a lot of data, so I could just start pulling some averages at least. But I gotta get back into that. There we go, 19. I got a few beans left, so we'll just mix that in with something. Or I can I could add it to some topsoil. That'd be nice. All right, that's prepped for the espresso. Let me just do a little, oh no, I forgot there's, there's coffee grinds in there. All right, we're going to do, I'm trying to remember what I used to put it on. I feel like it was 7. Let's find out. I don't remember. Pretty sure it was 7. Or maybe it was 6. Let's do 6, we'll play it safe. All right, water's almost done. So we'll use that hot water to get the filter and the Chemex pot hot. Let me not grind this yet. All right, let me grab you. All right, water is boiled. I am going to continue trying my best doing this with one hand, and I'm not a lefty, so let's hope I do this right. All right. Got the paper wet. Let's swirl it around. And the one nice thing with the Chemex, there's this little groove, so you could pour it right out. Just don't fall out, buddy. Don't fall out. All right. We are ready. Let me prep this a little better. Okay, let's get the coffee. Pour it in. And let's get the pouring. Oh no, I need the timer. Ay, ay, ay. Boom. All right. And we start. Let's go for 50. All right, 49.9. 49.8. I'll let this bloom. Turn the machine on in the meantime. See, I feel like I'm doing a little better with the Chemex, but I really would like to use some fresh roasted coffee, which I still haven't done yet. Was roast any fresh coffee? I think it's just gonna be a June target for me. All right, so that's about 35 seconds. So now let's go for a total of 150. Right there, 190, 149. We'll let this go steep. Nice little stream. I don't know if you can catch that. Nah, not really. There it is. So is that too fast? Is that just right? I don't know. But I know I do need to get an origami. But that's down the road. I'm gonna have to keep working with this for now. All right, so we're at a minute 35. Now I think it's going through well. Good. It's at a good pace, I think. Okay, let's get another pour. So we're at 149. All right, 200. 240, 249, 250. So it's 252. Steep through. I'm just going to remove the filter and the coffee, so 1 sec. All right, and now it's time to put you back on the tripod. We're gonna get the espresso set up. Let's get this coffee grinded up. So I think just going back to retail store coffee, this has been the best one. All right, again, we're at 6. Okay. Like, even though it was roasted in October, I still thought that this one had the most flavor. It still was able to be brewed through the high flow filter basket, right? The bottomless, well, not the bottomless, but the high flow filter basket, which was impressive because the other three, which could have been the same age, maybe not, maybe they were older, but I needed the high pressure, the pressurized. So yeah, so I'm actually getting like very strong berry notes, which I remember being prominent in this roast. Very berry forward. I would say like a straw. I would say a blueberry and like a blackberry, like a raspberry mixed. All right, we're gonna get this stamped, and I'm on a time crunch right now, so we're gonna heat up the machine. I'll pull a blank shot, and then pull this, and then we'll get to comparing the two. Then we'll close it out. All right, let's get my final tamp. Oh, the walls are looking coated. There it is. Perfect. Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't show you the beans. Let me show you the beans really quick. My fault, my fault. These are them here, if you could see them. Typical small Ethiopian bean. You could tell it was like a medium roast because of the coloring, or at least if you were to judge what kind of roast it is, it seemed like it was medium. All right, let me pull this really quick, and then I'll get you guys up close. Okay. All right. I forgot if 6 was the right setting or not, but we're gonna find out. Okay. Where'd I put you? All right. Time to pull this shot. I usually put you guys right here, which kind of sucks. Where else? Oh, we could do that. Let's do that. Let's see. What do we think? That's a little fine, but we could absolutely work with this. 15 seconds, we're at 19. 20 grams, we're at 18 seconds. I'm all over the place. 30 grams, we're at 25. Yeah, this is good. We'll rock with it. 31 seconds, 37.4 grams. Not bad, not bad. A little fine, but that's okay. That's it there. Don't worry, once we're in the new place and we have our new coffee station set up, I bet the lighting is gonna be better. Right there? See? Confirmation. All right. See, this is a medium roast. Atlas. Calling you out a little bit. This is a medium roast. All right? What you sent me was not medium. I mean, we saw the picture together in the video. The roast meter, it was slightly under medium roast, and it tasted like a dark roasted coffee or burnt. So Olympia's got to head up, man. Olympia's got to head up. See? Wow. I've been suffering with that TJ Maxx / Home Goods coffee and the burnt Atlas coffee so much that I've never tasted the tasting notes as well as I'm tasting them right now. I got hit with blueberry, like right off the bat. Damn. Oh, world market. Get yourself some Olympia coffee, baby. Damn, that was the best I ever pulled that shot. That I'm so impressed right now. Wow. Okay. Not all store-bought coffee is bad, my friends. That was really surprising. Now we got a Chemex to pour out. Damn, that was so good. That was so freaking good. That was the best it has ever tasted. I'm really impressed. It's got me giggling over here. All right. Let's get caffeined up for work on my half day. And then down to Richmond. Actually, hold on one sec. There it is. So yes, I'm gonna be driving down to Richmond right after work today. I gotta come home and pack. But my buddy got approved for a grant for his greenhouse. And we have a greenhouse to put together, I think before Monday. So, or maybe the 31st. It was one of them, one of those days. But we're gonna knock it out this weekend. So yeah, definitely more blueberry because we had added and we had unintentionally added 0.8 grams of dark roast coffee. It's hinted in here for sure. Yeah. Not as enjoyable as the shot. That espresso shot was wild. But this isn't hot right now. It definitely has cooled down. It's still clean. It's like it's a clean bodied coffee. The berry is super subtle though. And I bet a lot of that has to do with the other coffee grinds getting added in. Because even though it was a little bit, that dark roasted coffee is very like overpowering, and that little bit can definitely alter this experience for sure. Sadly, I cannot make another pour over because I have about 1 gram left, 2 grams. But overall, super satisfied. That was the most satisfied I've been with that bag of coffee. So that was a nice little Easter gift. But that's going to be it. Overall, definitely impressed. If you're going to get any retail store coffee, if you have a world market near you, check that out. Next, I'm really excited to try these. And the one thing I didn't mention is I pre-ordered another batch of coffee from them. They were selling this Science versus Co-Ferment coffee item, and I pre-ordered it, and it's shipping out, I think, today. So excited to try that. I'm pretty sure it was like a limited release. So really excited to try that with you guys. I'm not touching it until we have this camera rolling and we're trying it together because I really want to experience it as authentically as I can with you guys. So that's going to be it. Appreciate you guys hanging out, tuning in, dealing with my last minute videos. This may come out Saturday. I'm going to try to get it out tonight. But I hope you all have a nice weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.